3 weeks had passed since Nari arrived at the mining station. Every day was the same. She woke up early, ate bland food, and worked on machines for 12 hours. Then she went to sleep and did it all again. The work was hard, but not impossible. Nari was good with machines. She could fix broken power units and repair damaged systems, but the humans barely looked at her. To them, she was just another alien worker. Today, Nari was working alone in the power core room. A big machine was, making strange noises. She had been trying to fix it for 2 hours, but something was wrong. The machine kept overheating every time she tried to start it. "You are using the wrong frequency," a voice said behind her. Nari turned around. A human man was standing there. He was tall with pale skin and dark eyes. His clothes were clean, not dirty like the other workers. He wore a name tag that said Dr. Han Ji-woo. "I am sorry," Nari said. She was not used to humans talking to her. "The frequency modulator," he said, pointing to the machine. "You are trying to use the standard setting. But this model needs a different frequency for alien power systems." He walked over and looked at the machine. "May I help you?" Nari was confused. Why was this human helping her? "I can do it myself," she said. "I know you can," he said with a smile. "But it will be faster if we work together." He showed her how to adjust the frequency. The machine stopped making noise and started working. Normally, Nari stared at him. No one had helped her in a long time. "Thank you," she said quietly. "You are welcome," he said. "I am Ji-woo. I work in the science section." "I am Nari," she said. "I work in maintenance." "Nice to meet you, Nari." After that day, Ji-woo started coming to see her during his breaks. He would bring her better tools or show her easier ways to fix things. He talked to her like she was important, like she mattered. "Why do you help me?" Nari asked him one day. "Because you are smart," Ji-woo said, "and because you work hard, because you seem lonely." "I am a failure," Nari said. "My own people rejected me." Ji-woo frowned. "What does that mean?" Nari told him about the genetic test and the council's decision. She told him about her asymmetry and her impure bloodline. She told him why she was sent away. "That is the most stupid thing I have ever heard," Ji-woo said. Nara looked at him with wide eyes. "What? Listen to me," Ji-woo said. "You are brilliant with machines. You are kinder than most humans I know, and you are beautiful, Nari." "No," Nari said quickly. "I am asymmetrical. My skin is wrong. I am defective." Ji-woo moved closer to her. "You are perfect the way you are." Over the next few weeks, they spent more time together. Gu brought her books about human culture and Earth. He brought her food from his personal supplies. He made her laugh for the first time in months. Nari found herself looking forward to seeing him. When he smiled at her, her skin would glow a little brighter. When he talked to her, she felt like a real person again. One evening, Ji-woo took her to the observation deck. Through the big window, they could see the stars and the planet below. "I have never been treated kindly by a male," Nari said softly. "In my culture, we are examined and judged. When I failed the test, I became invisible." "You are not invisible to me," Ji-woo said. Nari looked at him. He was sitting very close to her. Her heart was beating fast. "Why are you doing this?" she asked. "Because I see something special in you," Ji-woo said. "You have been told you are broken, but you are the most complete person I have ever met." He leaned closer to her. Nari did not move away. Their lips touched under the starlight. It was gentle and warm and perfect. For 3 months, they met in secret. They would find quiet places to talk and be together. Nari felt happy for the first time since she was a child. She felt loved. But secrets do not last long on a space station. Commander Park Min-ho called Ji-woo to his office. He was a stern man, with cold eyes. "You have been seen with the alien worker Nari," he said. "This is against regulations." "I care about her," Ji-woo said. "She is a genetic reject," Min-ho said. "Her own people did not want her. Why would you?" "I do not love her because of her genes," Ji-woo said. "I love her because she is herself." Min-ho's eyes got hard. "You have 24 hours to end." The blue light from Nari's skin was getting dim. She stood in the big white room with her head down. Her heart was beating fast. Today was the day that would decide her whole life. Around her, the walls showed moving pictures of DNA and gene maps. The Velani Genetic Council had been testing her for 3 months. They checked her blood, her bones, her brain, and everything else about her body. Now they would tell her if she was good enough to have babies now. I was 23 years old. All Velani women had to go through this test when they turned 23. If they passed, they could join the breeding program. If they failed, well, nobody talked about what happened to those who failed. Her skin had always been a little different. Other Velani women had perfect blue-silver skin that glowed bright and even, but Nari's skin had darker patches on her left side. Her face was not perfectly even either. Her left eye was a tiny bit higher than her right eye. Her mother had always told her it made her special, but special was not what the council wanted. Subject Nari 7749, a cold voice said. Nara looked up. Elder Thyra sat in the big chair in the center of the room. She was old, and her skin was almost white. Her eyes were like ice. 6 other council members sat around her. They all wore long white robes and had papers in their hands. Yes, Elder, Nari said. Her voice was small and scared. We have finished testing your genetic material, Elder Thyra said. She did not look at Nari. She only looked at the papers. Your results are fortunate. Nari's heart stopped. She knew what that word meant. Unfortunate meant failure. Fortunate meant she was not good enough. Your bone structure shows clear asymmetry, Elder Thyra continued. Your pheromone production is 40% below optimal levels. Your neural pathways show irregular patterns that could affect offspring development. Each word hit Nari like a hammer. She felt her skin getting darker. When Velani were sad or scared, their skin lost its bright glow. Furthermore, Elder Thyra said, your genetic markers show signs of ancient contamination. Your bloodline is not pure, but Elder Nari said, trying to speak up. I can work hard. I can learn. I can be a good mother. Silence. Elder Thyras. The voice was sharp. This is not about want or effort. This is about genetics. Science. Facts. Your body is not suitable for creating the next generation of Velani. Nari felt tears coming to her eyes. But she had been taught since she was little that crying was weakness. Velani did not cry. They were strong. They were perfect. But she was not perfect. The council has decided, Elder Thyra said. We're rejected from the breeding program. Your citizen status is removed. You will be sent to work in the outer colonies. Words hit Nari like a cold wave. Rejected. Not good enough. Worthless. You will report to Transport Station 7 tomorrow morning, another council member said. You will work on Mining Station Kepler 44 to be. This is a human-Velani joint operation. You will do maintenance work. Nari wanted to fall down. She wanted to scream. She wanted to run away. But she just stood there with her skin getting darker and darker. Do you understand? Elder Thera asked. Yes, Elder Nari whispered. Ah, good. You are dismissed. Nari turned around and walked out of the room. Her legs felt like they were made of stone. The long white hallway seemed to go on forever. Other Velani in the hallway looked at her and then looked away quickly. They could see from her dark skin that she had failed. That night, Nari sat in her small room. She looked at herself in the mirror. Her skin was so dark it was almost black. Her eyes were red from holding back tears. She touched her face where the asymmetry was. Such a small thing. Such a tiny difference. But it was enough to destroy her life. She thought about her mother and father. They had died in a mining accident when she was 15. They'd always told her she was beautiful. They'd always said her differences made her special. But they were wrong. Different was bad. Different was failure. The next morning, Nari packed her few things into a small bag. She had some clothes, a few books, and a picture of her parents. That was all she owned now. She walked to Transport Station 7. The station was busy and loud. There were many Velani there, all with dark skin like hers. They were all failures. 2. They were all going to work in the outer colonies. Nobody talked. Nobody looked at each other. They were all too ashamed. Transport 447 to Mining Station Kepler 44 to B, a voice called out. Nari got on the ship with 30 other rejected Velani. The ship was old and dirty. The seats were hard and small. There were no windows. It would travel for 7 days in this dark metal box. As the ship started to move, Nari closed her eyes. She was leaving her home planet forever. She was leaving everything she had ever known. She was going to spend the rest of her life working for humans in some faraway place. The other Velani on the ship were quiet. Some were young like her. Some were older. They all had the same look in their eyes. The look of broken dreams. It's the look of people who had been told they were not good enough. On the 3rd day of travel, a young Velani woman sitting next to Nari finally spoke. "What was your rejection reason?" she asked quietly. "Asymmetry, low pheromone production, impure bloodline," Nari said. "What about you?" "Height variation." My spine curved slightly. They said my children would be weak. They talked for a while. Her name was Kira. She was 24 and had been working in the genetics lab before her test. She had thought she would pass because she was smart and healthy, but smart and healthy were not enough. Only genetic perfection was enough. "Do you think the humans will treat us badly?" Kira asked. "I don't know," Nari said. "I have never met a human before. I heard they are ugly and violent," Kira said. "I heard they don't care about genetics. They just breed with anyone." "Maybe that is better," Nari said. "Maybe they will not care that we are failures. Or maybe they will treat us worse because we are failures," Kira said. When the ship finally arrived at mining station, Kepler 4 for to be, Nari looked out the small window. The station was huge and gray. It was built on a moon that had no atmosphere. Everything was covered in metal and glass. There were no trees, no plants, no life. Just machines and buildings. "Welcome to your new home," the ship captain said. He was a Velani male with bright skin. He was not a failure like them. "You will work here until you die or until you are too old to work. There is no going back." Nari picked up her small bag and walked off the ship. The air tasted strange. The gravity was different. It was cold and hard. A human in a uniform was waiting for them. He was tall and had pale skin. His eyes were dark, and he looked tired. "New workers," he said. "Follow me. You will be assigned jobs and quarters." As they walked through the station, Nari saw other Velani working. They were cleaning floors, fixing machines, and carrying heavy things. They all had dark skin like hers. They were all failures too. The human led them to a big room with many beds. "Women on the left, men on the right," he said. "You will start work tomorrow." Nari found a bed and put her bag on it. This was her life now. This was what happened too. Failures. She lay down and closed her eyes. For the first time since she was a child, she let herself cry.